Lord. Lord the Ford? Okay, where's my Ace brother? Oh fuck, Ace is gonna abandon him. Ace, don't you be a big fucking coward. Oh, he is. Are you serious? Wow. He still had
What?
one hook and he let the guy die.
Wow.
Nth Billow 9. Not great.
These dickheads.
Well, I don't know his reasoning, his rationale, but it's cowardly
Not
behavior.
good enough.
I'm not a fan. We'll
Me
give him the
neither.
benefit of the doubt. Maybe he has arthritis in his hand and he can't do it. I don't know.
This must be hell, because I want a Slurpee.
Oh my god, you know what Daryl's line is in the lobby?
What?
This must be hell because I want a Slurpee.
Oh my god.
Alright,
That's
we had a
silly.
wonderful time, but now we're done. Alright, we checked out the Rift, we played our one game. I'm not saying I don't love Dead by Daylight anymore, but I don't know what's going on.
What
Everyone's
a
out of
vibe.
it. I don't know what's happening. Well, you've been out of it for like 2 years, but
Bear Bessie.
it's like me and Emma were talking about it. We're like, okay, like the thing that still makes me mad, I'm still fucking annoyed by it, is that they took away the chance to get off the hook. Unless you have the stupid
Yeah.
thing. That makes me mad. That should be in every game because it never works, right? It was actually to the killer's advantage because usually you'll just kill yourself, right?
Yep.
They took that
I know. I
away.
hate that they took the hook. Like take a chance thing. It
Yeah,
sucks.
it's only
It literally sucks.
yeah. That I
What
hate.
else is there to even say? Am I right?
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that they have too much HUD information now. Like you know what every single person is doing at every minute. There's no mystery, there's no fun. What they need to do is they need a classic lobby where you don't know when people are on gens. You don't know when people are whatever the fuck they're doing every second. You can hop off the hook and like just I want it to be more fun. It's just not fun and I'm really angry. For the
Yeah. It's gay. I don't like it.
like I still love it with you and your sister. It's really fun. And I still like it like with randos. I love the randos, but like the past Rift and the past event, the 10-year anniversary. Everyone was so
Yep.
mad, even though the aesthetic was pretty good, that they barely reached their community goal by the very end. Barely made it. And I bet you they pumped those numbers
That's
because
so gay.
all the killers refused to play. I went in to play killer and I got in 4 seconds. I was like, wow, there's no killer.
Really.
Yeah, everyone just played the original or ditched it. You know what else?
That's pretty pathetic.
This has
Yeah.
never happened to me in 6 years. I had 7 million points for cakes, and they made the amount of cakes you get so low that
Yeah.
did you hear what happened? They gave you 10 million points. So for once in
Yeah.
my life, I'm like, I'm going to go in and get all the cakes now. So I did it. It took me 3 playlists of sitting there going through and handpicking every single cake. And then you didn't get very many. And they also took
Oh, I just
away,
randoed it.
yeah, well, I did it by hand. It took me like 4 hours or some crazy thing, right? And then as soon as I do it the next day, they come up with this thing that says, oh, sorry, there was some kind of glitch. People weren't getting as many cakes as they should. So here's another 5 million points. I'm like, are you kidding me? Give me my 10 million so I can
Really?
redo it. Yeah. So then
Wait, why weren't there as many cakes? Sorry, what was the reasoning?
there was some kind of glitch, they said, where it wasn't giving out as many cakes as it
Then
did.
they should give you 10 million cakes.
Right? They should just give everyone like 100 cakes or
Or
200
more.
or 300. Yeah, because you know how I used to get like 500 cakes every season? Remember
Yep.
that? And I don't even know. I mean, I could look. But anyway, so then that happened. So then I was pissed. 'Cause I was like, fuck, now I
Yeah.
gotta read because now I gotta sit there and do it by hand. Because you can do it randomly, but you get way more if you do it like by
Yeah,
hand,
by
right?
hand, yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I don't care. And then I didn't even really go back and play. I just got Dwight's jacket that I liked. Everything else was ugly and I hated it. And then I
Mhm.
completely forgot about Dead by Daylight because I didn't even care. And I didn't spend any of the 7 million points I had on cake. So I forgot. So that's my 10th
And
anniversary.
wait, what was the thing that you forgot?
Well, like after they screwed us on the cakes and I hated the event, like I didn't hate it, but it was just stupid. And then I got
Mhm.
Dwight's jacket, which was actually the very first item you get if you do like 4 quests. I got it and then I was
Yeah.
like, I just was sick of it and I just played Nikki the whole time for like, I haven't logged in for like 5 or 6 days. And then the event
Oh my god.
ended. Maybe it's been
Yeah.
10 days since I don't even know how long. And I forgot to spend my points on cake, so I didn't even get any.
You're joking.
No, I'm sitting here with 8 million, almost 7.1 million points that I never spent.
Brother.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Well, I mean, it's my own fault, but it's just like that's how much I didn't even
Okay.
care.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's
I
fucking.
didn't care. It sucks.
Well, Mom, I love you. I think I'm gonna go because Scotty's home. I gotta see how my man is.
Scotty! All right, well, you
I
tell
want to
Scott.
harass my man.
Tell Scotty that I hope he has a good night with his favorite lady.
Okay.
And I will talk to you guys soon. And we love you all.
I love you too, Mom. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Okay. Bye, dear.
Bye.
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 Bye. What a good day. What good children. It's wonderful to have wonderful children. Children are hard to have because they cost money in a terrible economy, but do you know what? The end game is so fun. And the whole thing was fun from start to finish. When people say that kids, they're like, you know, babies are hard when they're ill because it's hard to know. You can't ask them what's wrong. So it's really scary and stressful when they get sick. And, but then they walk. It's only like a year and a half of, panic. And then you never sleep again. And that's fine too. But then they always say like the terrible twos. My kids never had that. The terrible threes, the terrible fours. They're terrible when they go to school. Then they're like, oh, they're terrible when they hit like teenage years. They're just terrible. And like, it's all of that is bullshit. Kids are exactly like you. This is the thing people have to know about having children. Like it or not, your offspring will be exactly like you. So if you don't like your children, it's because you you may not like yourself, or you may have instilled in them traits you don't like. There's nothing I don't like about my children, and they're fun, and I love it. Well, they're old now; they're like 30, but I've never not liked them, and they've always been fun, and they've always been great, and they just keep getting better. So, of course, everyone has hard times. People have arguments, fights. We had some real stressful times in our lives together, but it doesn't matter. Your kids are just like you. And I just wish that people could really see that. Like, I even tell my parents that. I'm like, I'm just like you. Like, this and that, not this. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm just like you. And then no one says anything because it's true. It's true. So, for good or for ill, your children will be exactly like you. And that's a good thing because they should get along with you. If you're a terrible, evil tyrant, and then your kids will be terrible, evil tyrants, everyone can relate. Unless you have a kid that's really good and you're evil, then that's going to be a problem, or vice versa. But some personal choice is involved, but basically your children are you. Anyway, I'm done, and I love Daryl, and I just finished The Walking Dead with no spoilers, will I say. But I have to watch the ones that live now. And Daryl really, they changed this character towards the end. He became like, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but he became therapist-like, and he actually had lines, and he actually talked. And I really love Daryl. Of course, everyone loves Daryl. He did do one thing I didn't like. What was it? I won't say. I can't remember. But anyway, Daryl was pretty consistent for 11 seasons. I loved Carol's character. Carol is my favorite character. Is Gugs there? Are you hanging up? Someone's here, someone's listening, but whatever. Um, Carol was my favorite character. I used to have them ranked. So Shane was my first favorite. Then it was Daryl. Then it was Carol. But by the end, it was Carol was my first favorite. Who's my second favorite? Carol. I really liked the king too. Ezekiel, he was a cool guy. Daryl? No, not Daryl, sorry. Carol? Then I really grew to love, what was her name? The Mexican girl. What was her name? God, Rosita. I think Carol was my first. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Rosita might be my second. And my third favorite was, it used to be Michonne, but by the end, I didn't like Michonne. She became like a Rick clone, and it was like not cool. But Michonne before, when she was on her own, was so cool. As soon as she got mixed up with Rick, I don't know. I don't know. She just wasn't as cool. She wasn't as, even though she was still cool and still independent. And I like that she went off to find Rick, but I just found it weird that she left her kid behind in the apocalypse. Like, I guess you can't, you kind of have to make a decision at that point, right? Like, either you're gonna, oh God, that was a spoiler. Sorry, I will say no more. But who's my third favorite? Who's my third favorite? So Carol, Rosita, who came out of nowhere in the last like 2 or 3 seasons. She was just so consistent. She was so good. And I liked her at the start. I didn't like her at the very start when she was introduced. But as she went along, like she was just such a nice person, but she was still tough and she was very forgiving. And the amount of times that she saved fucking Eugene was unreal. And then, so who's my third? Who's my third? Who's my third? Okay, who's in there? It's absolutely not Maggie. I don't know what they did to Maggie, but they made Maggie like when I can't give any spoilers, but there's something to do with a train car door. I'll say no more. After I saw that, I was like, forget it. So Carol, Rosita. I do love Daryl. Fuck, I think I still have to go with Shane. Carol, Rosita, and Shane. I love Shane so much. I wish he would have lived. I loved Princess. Obviously, everyone loved her. Who else was there? Who else is in the gang? Right. I hated Lori. I hated her from second one. Anyway, those are my top three. Let me say it for the 14th time. Carol, Rosita, Shane, and then it's Daryl. I mean, Daryl's just the best person out of all of them, but I think that's my top three. Now I gotta go quiz Emma who's her top three. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Good luck, Dead by Daylight, because you're really sucking these days. Yeah, Daryl's like, yeah, it sucks in here. It does. But still has its good points, but it's not what it was. They just take all the fun out of it. It is so, they've tightened it. Like I heard that Emma told me they tightened it up because for competition play, it was more predictable and more mechanical than you can. And I don't like that. I liked when people were crazy. And I also, another thing I hate in Dead by Daylight that they've done now is they got rid of I hate the anti-camping measures. I used to love campers because it's a completely different game when it's a camper and you have to outsmart a camper. That's really fun. And when they take it away, I don't like it. Like I used to camp a little as Ghost, and then you can't, right? Because the bar just ticks up, so it forces you to go off, which, if I want to camp and people don't want to save, you can save someone and scatter off. I mean, it's a different kind of game. And what they basically did was they forced it to be one type of game every single time. And I just don't like it. It's just, there's no element of interest or surprise or fun or, now it's all about, like, it's always been about the killer mechanics, like the killer powers, which I get, but like I've played for 6 years, I don't even know what they do. I don't even care. But now it's just like every game is the same. It's boring. Like there's nothing you can do that's different. There's no other way you can play. And then they instituted, of course, the crows. So if you're a stealthy player, like if you're say you play no mither and you're always exposed, basically you're one hit every single time, so you really have to sneak around. You basically, if you're by yourself, you have to constantly run around and like either open chests or do a gen, which is useless at the end of the game, right? To keep the crows off you, which I thought this was going to be a really big problem, but I don't even need to do any of that. But there are people who do, to get out or because they're scared or they're new or whatever. And it just killed it. It just ruined it. Like there would be times where me and a killer at the end of the game, I'm sneaking around for like 10 minutes and they're trying to find me. And I know a lot of people don't like that. So I'm totally okay with the abandon button if the killer wants to abandon because they're like, fuck this, I don't like this. Or the player is like, forget it. Well, they can just die in 2 seconds if they want. But all of these little things that used to make it different, and people would use it to their advantage in gameplay. And now it's just been removed. So everyone has to play the exact same game, develop the exact same skills, basically. You basically have to be a very well-rounded player to play now. Whereas before, you didn't have to be. And I don't like that they force you to be, you know, a jack of all trades in this game. You didn't used to have to do that. So that's another reason why I hate it. I should read essays about why it sucks now. If only we could turn back the clock. Okay, I'm done. Fare thee well, my friends.